Altcoins have been pumping massively all across the board in the last couple of weeks since Bitcoin has shown that it is emerging into bull market territory, and so the first whales have put their positions into altcoins. And now we obviously want to know which altcoins are good at the moment, which altcoins can give high returns, 5x, 10x, 50x, and that is why we are making this video today. Hey everyone, it's the Patient Hodler coming at you with another video, and today we are going to talk about 5 altcoins that I believe are worth looking at, worth researching, and that could give high amounts of returns. And I'm not affiliated with any of these altcoin projects, and I'm also not heavily invested, but invested in some of them. So I have bags in some of them, and some of them I am looking to buy in the next couple of weeks, observing the charts, observing the news that are coming out for those coins. And so I want to take you on this journey and show what I have found. But before we start, please keep in mind that I'm a crypto and NFT investor, not your financial advisor. So please make sure to perform your own research on these coins before you put any money into them. And also give this content a like if you enjoy the insights, subscribe to the channel and tick the little bell to always get notified whenever I upload another of these altcoin updates. So with that out of the way, let's jump right in with some ground rules for our degen investing. So here they are. I've outlined them. It's only text, but stick with it, read carefully and think with me here. So rules for degen investing, in my opinion. First rule is only use money that can go to zero. So meaning that if you lose $100 in a specific coin that could theoretically go to 50x, but it didn't because it got rug pulled or the project died also, you can afford to lose that money and it will not hurt your style of life in any ways. Second, once I have X% of return, I take my initial investment, meaning that before I allocate any cents into that specific coin or project, I will set a rule that no matter how greedy I will feel at this point in time, I will take my initial investment. So let's say you are putting $100 into whatever AI coin and it makes a 200% return. I take out $100 and the rest is an already financed moon bag. So I can sleep very well, because even if I have to sell this bag that remains at $10, it still will be a $10 profit for me because I've already saved and set aside this specific initial investment. And once I take the initial investment, I free up capital to take another ride on another coin and create another moon bag. So that is very important in my opinion to have. And then number 3 here, don't fall in love with the project and continue to take profit. So don't, even if you think that profit is absolutely marvelous, massive, super cool, and you really like everyone, like the team, the token and everything that is coming out, don't fall in love with these coins. And start paying yourself. For example, let's say we have the bag from number 2 and we still are going up and up in value. Make a rule where every 30% to the upside, you take out another 10% of the entire bag, so that you're constantly cashing out on the way up, because no matter how good the project is, it will land back at close to where it has started off after a while. That is a very painful lesson I had to learn during my first bull run, during the last bull run, right? So I didn't pay myself, and now I am sitting in coins where I'm still in a profit, but I had so much more profit and I could have paid myself. But with that out of the way, let's jump right in. Now, let me get out of the screen here. Okay, so there we go. The first one obviously is Ethereum. It's very low risk, but it can yield some higher returns. And we will look at the chart in a second and I will show why. So if you're looking here at these news, that is what we all know about has just happened. BlackRock has filed for spot Ethereum ETF, meaning that they want to establish a financial instrument that buys Ethereum directly on the market whenever the BlackRock investors are buying part of that ETF. So it's directly correlated. If ETF shares are bought, Ethereum is being bought on the market. Now, why is this important? Because if we are looking on the Ethereum chart here, we have a very high level compression here in the Ethereum chart, and we recently had a nice breakout here of this falling channel, but retesting here the upside of this ascending triangle that has been forming. And if we take our target here, more or less, from that structure, we should get to a price point of, let's mark this here with a price label of roughly 3056 for Ethereum, right? More or less. So that means if Ethereum breaks this line and confirms this breakout, that means Ethereum will probably fly. That doesn't mean it has to happen. We have to still have these 10 hours of a close above, and then we need to open and close above for another week. So that we don't fall back here into the structure. So we could go back in the structure and have more compression before we either break or invalidate the structure. So let's observe this carefully. But Ethereum is poised to go from 2,000 to 3,000 in relative short time. What happens if Ethereum does such a breakout? Usually it means that the altcoins are flying also left and right. So let's look at some other promising altcoins here. One of them is Chainlink. And Chainlink, we have discussed this, had formed a massive base. I have talked about this before it broke out. Now it broke out, but I think it's not nearly done with the move. There could be a pullback where it's very juicy to come in, but it has some news to come up, like Chainlink launches link staking version 0.2. What you need to know, we see here in this article. And as you can read here, this staking is being launched at November the 28th of 2023 at 12 p.m. ET. And usually before such a staking mechanic is coming up and rolled out in several phases, the price is usually, or the whales are usually anticipating that the price is going up, and they want to capitalize on this, which we can see here in this chart. We see here the incredible Chainlink surge has not slowed down, and crypto's 12th largest market cap asset continues to run notably ahead of the rest of the sector. Dormant tokens are now circulating, and wallets with 10,000 to 10 million link have historically accumulated, which we are seeing in this chart. Also, which I didn't pull up here, but we have also seen that the price of Chainlink has been front running in the Grayscale Chainlink Trust, and the Chainlink Trust has the price at $40, so somewhere up here, and we are only at $15. Usually the price is magnetized to these trust prices. They are at the moment trading at an absolute premium. So what we had discussed already on this channel was this massive accumulation. I told you a couple of weeks ago that I've never seen such a big accumulation, and that this accumulation is poised to break out. Now the breakout has happened and actually has overshot our target. We have even broken this moving average. However, I think Chainlink is one of the strongest projects in the entire space, with a partnership of Swift, with the new staking going on, with the ecosystem that they are building out of basically being the intermediate layer between the blockchain world and the real world as an Oracle project. So I think that they can easily come back to all-time highs and are even ready to be one of the top 10 coins, which with an expanding market cap of altcoins should bring them to a 70 to 80 billion market cap and beyond, which would make them break all-time high. So that would still be from here roughly a 5x to break the all-time highs. That will not be a straight line like this. Instead, this will be a line with pullbacks and moves and pullbacks and moves and so on, right? So there will be big news coming up, but we can see here from the increased green volume that it's time for this token to go into a bull market. And what we also can see is that we are heavily overbought on the weekly. So that means that when we want to get into a position, we should wait for a pullback. We could have a pullback to $10, for example, or something like this. This is nothing guaranteed. You have to make your own assessment. Don't say that Patient Hodler said that you could have gotten in but here, and Patient Hodler said there will be a pullback, and then you will make me the culprit of you not getting in, right? So for me, I have some Chainlink and I want to have more, but only if it pulls back. If it doesn't, that what I have is just going to ride up. But I think it's one of the most interesting altcoin projects, and it could have a 5 to 10x return still. Let's go to the next one. Chiliz. Chiliz is one of the best altcoin projects that I've seen in a long time with regards to real life use case application, because Chiliz is a project that works basically tokenizing fan engagement and monetizing fan engagement between soccer clubs and Formula One and UFC and baseball teams and basketball teams and whatever you can find in sports. So they are basically giving fans a chance to interact by using the tokens, and the clubs a chance to monetize the fan engagement to those fans. And if we are looking here at the Chiliz ecosystem, we can first of all see that they have partnerships or tokenized the fan engagement with a lot of clubs. So we see here AC Milan, Rome, Inter Milan, Juventus, Napoli, but we also see all the Brazilian teams like Palmeiras, Corinthians, São Paulo, International Porto Alegre, Atlético Mineiro, and so on. So, and Legia Warsaw, Paris Saint-Germain, and there are so many clubs, of the biggest clubs in the world, in that ecosystem already. That was the driver for the massive price action in the last bull run. Right now, they are building out a broader ecosystem in Web3 to help give more value to all of these partnerships, but also get more value out of Web3 partnerships like Raribles and Anchor staking and so on. So the coin has now staking, which wasn't present in the previous run. So what we see here right now is Chiliz unveils SportFi ecosystem with 25 key partnerships empowering sports brands to launch innovative products. So Chiliz is now launching NFTs, has been launching some NFTs for a while, but they are also launching other sports products. And we see here right now, this is only from November the 2nd, Chiliz, the sports blockchain, is delighted to announce those 25 projects where the world of sports and decentralization converge to deliver new products and experiences to fans. The Chiliz vision for SportFi is that blockchain technology has the potential to transform sports into valuable tradable digital assets and create a new paradigm of interaction between sports entities and their communities. But SportFi isn't just a concept. It's a thriving ecosystem that opens up transformative avenues for sports rights holders to leverage their intellectual properties, so their sports IP, in new ways. This includes enhancing existing verticals such as ticketing, and this is very important, digital ticketing, NFT ticketing, and memorabilia, so that you get something when you attend a match, for example, that you can get an NFT that is very scarce, and only people that go to that match have that, for example, or something that the ticket stubs comes out of ticket and so on. So that is a very big use case that they didn't have before. And they are launched on all of the big exchanges. We see here marketplaces and NFT marketplaces with Binance, OKX, BitGet, BitTurk, BitXen, Coin1, Raribles, and so on. Yeah. So, and then they have also the staking protocol with Anchor. So in my opinion, that is a lot to take in. And there are even fan projects like this, or smaller projects like Dollar Pepper. Get ready for spicy twist in the crypto kitchen. Every Pepper transaction comes with a little extra heat, a tax that burns Chiliz tokens. So there's also burn mechanisms launching on Chiliz, which I find very interesting. But the most interesting thing, in my opinion, is that Chiliz is still very much at the bottom, and it just has found the bottom on that previously breakout range, where it has been breaking out before being listed on all the exchanges. Now it's available on all the exchanges, and it seems to form a bottom reversal. So in my opinion, even though that it is from the bottom, if you zoom in from the bottom and on the weekly up, let's see, almost 50% from the absolute bottom, it's still down heavily since its all-time high, which was here on Binance, on Gate.io, sorry, at almost $1, right? So, and there's so much being built on this, so it could easily go back to close to all-time highs, or even breach the all-time highs, and only getting back to all-time highs, excuse me guys, would be roughly a 10x from here. So we are sitting at 8 cents at the moment, and the all-time high is above 80 cents. So going back to all-time highs should be possible for this project. It will take a while, but I think this is still a range where we can get into a nice position, and I'm still holding my bag. So I got in here at 3 cents more or less. I'm still holding my bag of Chiliz, but I'm looking to add a little bit more to the bag now that I see that the sell-off has been is over. So let's get to the next coin here, which is the Sandbox. Sandbox introduces virtual cinematics neighborhood Cinerama in partnership with Lionsgate and Skydance. So Lionsgate is obviously a big partnership. So that means also Sandbox Metaverse is coming out with bigger news. And here we see it, Cinerama land sale in Sandbox. To make the sales go smoothly, the Sandbox has created a watch list system that will allow community members and interested participants to secure their desired land. So another land sale here in the Sandbox, together with Lionsgate, which is a bigger partnership. We don't have to add too much to this. We're only flying over this because the video shouldn't get too long. But if we're looking here, for example, at the Sandbox chart, also here we are finding ourselves rounding out. We see that there is a little bit more volume coming in just now, and that we are not oversold yet at the moment. So there could be an initial breakout of this long compression of roughly 150%, going up to $1.14, and at the moment we are at 44. So actually that would be around 150%, so to say. Yeah, around 159% if this breakout was to be confirmed. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed, but as we can see here, there is this compression going on, and the price target would bring us back to retest these ranges. I think Sandbox is not done yet, but I'm not sure if Sandbox will ever go back to all-time highs. This remains unclear, but we could have a smaller trade here or a smaller play here on Sandbox, where we just take that move if it's confirmed and then take our money out and have our initial investment out and have a moonback ready to go. Now, with that said, let's get to our last altcoin, and that's the absolute degen altcoin in my opinion, because that one is really new. It has never seen a bear market nor a bull market. It's absolutely new, and that is Openfabric AI. This coin has just been launched. It just had a token sale, which ended on 22nd of October. And what is Openfabric AI? Openfabric is a decentralized AI platform where the collaboration between AI innovators, data providers, businesses, and infrastructure providers will facilitate the creation and use of new intelligent algorithms and services. So it's a platform that basically brings all of these sides together: AI innovators, data providers, businesses, and infrastructure providers. Now, this is absolutely new, and this can go really, really wrong. But on the other hand, it also can go really well. So let's look a little bit to this. So we see here that there is, first of all, the website looks really good. It works seamlessly, and it has a nice design. So it's not one of these garbage websites. So the OFN token is the foundation of the Openfabric AI ecosystem. It acts as the currency for individuals and businesses looking to access the advanced AI system that supports the ecosystem. Furthermore, the token offers various benefits to its holders, making it a sought-after asset for those keen to exploring the AI landscape in the crypto and blockchain world. Interesting, right? So let's look a little bit more what they have. So they have staking, which is meant to secure the platform. And we have here AI innovators, and they have to stake to be able to join the network. And if they deliver garbage, so to say, their stack gets penalized or slashed. So that is a system that we know also from, for example, I think the Graph, and also from Chainlink, that if in the Oracle projects, that if you deliver faulty data or data that is not worth delivering, then that you get penalized with your stake slash, your staking gets slashed. So you lose a part of your staked coins, which incentivizes the innovators and also the data providers to do a better job, right? So the data providers, the infrastructure providers, everyone has that, and the service consumer is paying all of these others for the service. So that is a good system in my opinion. So then reward, earning tokens for doing an action on the platform. So if you do a bad job, it gets slashed. If you do a good job, you can get rewarded, right? It's used to pay for transactions, and it's a medium of exchange. So it's an internal currency on the platform, whereas the users of the platform can use the token in trading. It's also a governance token, and what we can see here, it grants so token holders who maintain a certain balance in their wallet, so certainly a soft staking style here, they enjoy a range of exclusive privileges. So access to exclusive products and services, early access to alpha versions, invitations to special events, entry to specific communication forums, and the Discord channel. So that means that there are a lot of token features that incentivize TVL, so that there's a lot of token lockup coming. Okay, so if this is all true, then also let's look at the tokenomics. Actually, it's here, the tokenomics. So what we see is that we have a token distribution where relatively less or few tokens are distributed to the public, so 4% only. 33, a third, is locked up in the ecosystem already, so that is good, but 5% is it has been given out in a seed round, and 15% to private investors. And then we have an innovators fund, and partners have received tokens, and the team and advisors have 18%. What does that mean? Relatively less tokens are circulating at the moment, and this is something where we have to be cautious, and which we have the strategy of selling off our tokens once we have a 100 or 200% return. So what we can see here is that a lot of tokens can still be unlocked. There is only 5% of the tokens in circulating supply, but there can be a lot of movement around this in these early stages of the bull market if these unlocks are not happening yet. So if I understand this correctly, unlocks are happening after 6 months and after 3 months and so on, but only a percentage. Make sure to check out this website to find a little bit more out about the token unlocks. Let's look at the chart. So there's not much of a chart because this thing has been listed on KuCoin, and we can see that a lot of people have initially taken profits, so they have sold off a ton of coins directly when it was listed. This is something usual that we see, but now we see a chart pattern unfolding that looks more like a falling channel here, right? So if you're looking at this carefully, I have to quickly refresh, sorry about that. But if we look at this carefully, now it has been gone to the weekly, we can see that this coin is actually forming a chart pattern right now. And this is where I bet on this chart pattern to form something like a falling channel, and maybe there's a good point to get into the token and at some point break out and go to moon mission. So this thing here, in my opinion, because its market cap is also so low, could be a very high return thing, also because it rides the AI narrative, and that is very important. The narrative is more important than everything else. They actually do not have to deliver anything. It is only necessary that they keep driving the narrative, and at some point they can get just parabolic, be listed on certain exchanges. As far as I know, they are in the BNB ecosystem, which is in itself a little bit more risky, but I think it's fine, and it should be working out quite a bit. So yeah, overall, I think this is a coin that I just recently found, and I know for a fact that the risk is very high that this thing just breaks to the downside and loses a lot of value, and that they are not producing anything anymore because it's just so fresh and they have just raised 5 million. But the way that the website is built, the way that the information is put together, and the transparency they have put out, white paper, documentation, and so on, for me looks good. They are with a very active Twitter channel on X. And they're listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. So overall, for me, it's worth the risk. You have to decide for yourselves if it's worth the risk for you. So make sure to smash up the like button right now and let me know in the comments what you think about Ethereum, Chainlink, Chiliz, Sandbox and Openfabric AI. So I think all of these are worth looking for the short to midterm, and maybe Openfabric AI for the next bull run. And we are going to revisit and see how these coins were performing after a couple of weeks and months. So let me know what you think about those coins, if you think they are garbage and we shouldn't buy them, or do you think that these coins are good? And once again, I have a small investment in those coins, but I am not affiliated with them in any way. So do your own research and look up if it's something for you or not. And with that out of the way, wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. I see you in the next crypto altcoin update video or tomorrow at Crypto Morning Coffee. Have a good one. Bye.